Welcome back to Move with MOBECO. I'm Rach. Today we're doing a shoulder mobility session. This is perfect for anyone who is struggling with shoulder pain, who would like to be able to reach overhead better, or just wants to get moving and release some tension in their neck and shoulders. We're going to be using a few tools today, including the yoga strap, roller, a block, a peanut, and a ball. If you don't have these, that's okay. As we go through, I will explain to you what to exchange this with. If you've got those tools or something similar, go and grab them now. And if not, you can check out the link in bio to find out where to get some. Once you've got all your bits and pieces, let's get started. The shoulder is quite an unstable joint and it is quite vulnerable, and that's why a lot of people have shoulder injuries or pain around the shoulders and neck. So before we begin, we're going to do some warm-up. So let's start with some shoulder rolls. So you can take a seat, you can do the standing, whatever works for you. Big rolls backwards. We'll just do 5. And then we're going to go forwards, 5 forwards. And then shake that out. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. And we're going to do some scapular pushes or stabilization. So we're going to come into our hands and knees and we're going to push the floor away, creating space between our shoulder blades and activating the muscles around our joints, keeping the elbows straight. And then we're going to sink back down through, and the chest is going to come towards the floor where we squeeze our shoulder blades together. We want to avoid dropping too much through the belly. So we're not arching, we're keeping some stability through the lower belly and through your lower back, sinking through. And then you're going to push away again. Push, 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 really activating. Each time you're going to try and get a little bit further away from the floor and sink back down. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Let's go for 3 more. Pushing the floor away. And back down. 2 more. Push the floor away. And sink back down. Last one. Push, keeping the belly in, keeping the shoulder blades apart or pushing them apart. And back to neutral. You'll actually feel the shoulders warm up in that exercise. Next up, my favorite, I've got to do this all the time, shoulder rotations using your strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a band, so like a power band or a belt or anything that's long enough. The best thing to do is always start extremely wide, and you'll hear this throughout all my videos. So starting as wide as you possibly can, because we don't want to struggle through this. We want to gently move through this range of motion. Just test if it feels comfortable first. So big rotations, taking the arms up overhead and getting the strap all the way down to your bottom. If you can't do that and you're sort of struggling through, take the arms wider. If that's really easy, walk your hands in a little bit. So we're going to do 5 of these. And each time, if that's getting easier and easier, you can walk in just a tiny bit. You don't want to do it too much at a time because you might find that you all of a sudden get stuck. So I'm in my happy point now. I think that's 3 or 4. We'll do 2 more. And last one. And bring it forward. And done. So that's your shoulder rotations. We're now going to do the same thing, but we're going to work on an angle. So start wide again. You can work your way in. You might have a happy place that you sort of know now. So reaching left arm forward. We're going to do circles. And then the left arm's going to come back over the head. So that's 2. We'll count for 5. That's 3. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. So right arm comes in front now. Big circle over the head. Keeping the tension on the band. That's 2. Starting to warm up now. You'll feel the shoulders start to burn a little bit. That's good. I think that's 3. So 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. Done. Moving on from that, you're going to grab a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a rolled up towel, you can use a roller, you could use some books, anything that's going to prop you up. I like to have it on this height, come onto your bottom, and then you're going to place the mid of your back, so around about where your bra strap would sit, and you're going to place your back on there, and from there, hands come behind the head to cradle the neck and create support, and you're just going to extend over the top. Breath here. Try and relax into it, tuck the chin, elbows in, and then just try and get a little bit more space. Trying to get a little bit lower. Breathe it out. Last 2 breaths. Last one. Lengthening out every time, trying to just get that a little bit further. When you've had enough, come up slowly. So that's it for the block. Pop that aside. For this, you're going to need a roller. If you don't have a roller, you can just slide your hand through. You can just slide it on the ground. That's fine. If you've got a roller, grab that, and we'll get into this one. So you're going to come onto your hands and knees again. Move everything out of the way. And you're going to go into all fours. So a little bit further close to you, so it's right underneath you. And that same kind of scapular position we did earlier, where we're warming up our shoulders, we're going to push the floor away, drawing the belly in. And then we're going to take our hand in front of the roller. The roller is going to be underneath the right shoulder. The left hand is going to turn upside down and place on top of the roller. From there, you're going to roll the roller away from you, and you're going to sink down looking at that hand, or towards the sky if you want that little bit more, and then return to center. Going again, you're going to roll through. Beautiful twist through your upper back, really stretching out between those ribs and the back of the shoulder. You can feel that stretch there. Cool, we're going to do 2 more on this side. Oh, it can be tough if you're tight. Last one. Roll through. And return. Other side. So switch hands, place the left hand down, move the roller across underneath the left shoulder this time. Right hand turns upside down and on top of the roller. Find your position, get nice and neutral with the spine, and we're going to roll away. So you'll see it look a little bit different on this side. A few cracks and pops. Remember to breathe. That's 2, 3 to go. Two more. Last one. Awesome, all done with the roller. Moving on, my favorite is the peanut. This is something that I do really regularly, almost every day. I love it because it's one of the only things that really gets into where I'm sore in my back. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do some shoulder movements whilst laying on top of this. If you don't have this, you can use a roller. It's not quite as effective. The other option is you could grab 2 balls, take them together, or you might have something similar at home already. If not, this is our peanut. It's the best. So laying down, finding where your bra strap is again, and laying down onto the ground slowly. If you really struggle with getting your head into the ground, you can pop a block or some books or a towel underneath if that's too much for you. If you want to, place the head on the ground, whatever feels right for you. So we're going to start sort of just below the shoulder, blades, and we're going to take our hands up and overhead. Big reach overhead, and bring it down. So we're going to do 3 here. One more. And back, And then we're going to roll the peanut up slightly. So you can do that by moving it with your hands, or you can just roll yourself down, whatever works for you. Big stretch overhead. You may struggle if you're really tight for the shoulders. You might be sort of bent arms and not able to get them all the way back. That's okay, that's normal, but that just means that this you really need to work on a little bit more. So big reach forward, big reach up towards the sky, big reach behind you. Let's do one more. I forgot to count. Whew. Starting to get into some sore points for me. I'm going to move down again. Bring the block with you if you need to. Let's go again. Big reach. Three to go. Last one. Big reach. Awesome. And release. So next up, you're going to wrap the arms around. You're going to give yourself a nice big hug, and you're just going to give yourself a bit of a wiggle there. You can work the peanut up a little bit further up your back, or you can go back down. Just find a place where you felt that you needed that little bit of extra massage. And you're just going to twist, or you can rock side to side. Just start working into those muscles behind your shoulder blades and just seeing how that feels. You might find that you've got one side sorer than the other. If you do, just breathe on it. Try and sink in. I can feel my left shoulder blade is quite tight. If you want to, you can try switching the arms. Oof, yeah, that's quite sore. You'll always find sore spots doing this. I have no doubt. And breathe it out. And release. And coming up slowly. Moving on from that, guys, we're going to start with the ball now. We're going to massage into the chest. As I mentioned earlier, massaging this chest and releasing these muscles can help you set your shoulder blades back. So that's the goal now. So you can do this just by rolling, but we're going to take it to the next level today. If you've seen my other videos, that's what we would have done in the past, rolling like this. Today we're going down onto the floor. So onto your belly. You're going to place the ball into that chest section, and you're going to place your right arm out straight and find that kind of groove, which is above your boob and across from your armpit. What I like to do is just press in. If that's enough for you, stay here. If you want that little bit more, you can start to roll yourself towards the ball. Relax your head once you feel that spot and take some deep breaths here. Move it around if you feel like you need to. Just find a different sore spot and repeat your breaths. Now, feel free to stay here and pause the video. If you want to spend some more time on one side, you're more than welcome to. But if you're ready, let's keep going. So we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing. Find that little fleshy part in your chest. Arm goes out. Drop in and find that tension point and start to roll into it. Remember to breathe. Last breath. And coming up slowly. Okay, we're going to wind this down now with some more gentle massage and some stretching. You would have seen me do this before. So taking a ball onto your jaw muscle. This is all connected into your chest and shoulders as well. Doing some circles here. And then you're going to work down into your sternocleidomastoid. So up and down that kind of big stringy band that runs down your neck. And you can also take it up into that groove underneath where your neck and skull meet. And doing some circles there. That can be a real source of tension especially for people who work at a desk. If you get headaches, you can try this one. This can be very, very helpful. However, you want to try and do it more regularly before you get your headaches so that it's more preventative than a cure. All right, let's switch to the other side. So jaw circles one way. You can go back the other way. Do whatever feels good in this one. Up and down, side to side. And we're going to work down now into the sternocleidomastoid, that big band that runs down your neck and helps you to flex your neck. And then underneath the skull at the back. Ooh. You can go back and forth, up and down, or you can do little circles, whatever works for you. Okay, beautiful. Done. So now we're going to stretch out the shoulders just to finish off with, because the traps are quite hard to get, so we're going to stretch those. So taking your right arm behind your neck, looking over to your left. Drop down, take your left hand over your head and gently just weigh your head down. We're not pulling, we're just weighing the head down. Looking into your pocket. Deep breath in. Two more breaths here. Last breath. And release. Other side, left arm goes behind, right arm, let's look first, and then the right arm comes up, looking down into the pocket, and then the hand just weighs the head down. Hold it there for a moment. Deep breath in. Two more breaths. Last one. And release nice and slow. Thanks so much for joining me on this mobility session for the shoulders. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if there's something that you want to see on the channel that we haven't done yet, please pop it in the comment section so that we can produce that content for you. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Rach, and thanks for moving with me. I'll see you in the next video.